Hello and welcome everyone to Everyone Games. Can I start it again? I feel I should start it again. Hello and welcome to the Everyone Games event, where everyone games. This event is focused on raising awareness for accessibility in gaming, as well as able gamers and special effects, two very worthwhile projects that we can all get behind. For more information, please check out everyonegames.com. Hopefully you'll be able to find the link in the description. If not, that is www.everyone-games.com. All right then, how's everyone doing?
Great.
Yeah, really good.
Yep.
Excellent, excellent.
And
Shall we take a moment?
Cleric spells do.
Shall we take a moment to introduce ourselves to the table?
Who wants to go first?
Who's feeling brave?
I'll kick off then if you like. Hello, my name's Ben Norris. I am the host of a D&D podcast called We Speak Common, and I'm here to play my favourite game. I am a he/him, and today I'm playing the sorcerer Arietti, who is a she/her.
I go next. Hello, I'm Amy. I am the blind button masher. I'm a visually impaired gamer and activist. My pronouns are she, her. I'm joined by guide dog Ava, who may make camera appearances. And I am playing Mary Shelley and Frankenstein's monster, and we're sort of a barbarian combo. Oh, and Mary's pronouns are she, her, and Frankenstein is kind of, I think he's like a he, they, them. That's kind of where I would put him.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll go next.
Go ahead.
Sure. My name is Naomi. I use she or they pronouns. I am from Canada. I love to play RPGs, and I run them at different nonprofit agencies in Canada as well, including at Balance for Blind Adults in Toronto. And I am playing Mozart, who uses he and him pronouns.
Hey, I'm Alex, and I am a visually impaired TTRPG enthusiast. I have a podcast called A Couple of Characters, where we make characters, basically, and discuss D&D topics related to making characters. I use he, him pronouns. I will be playing Dr. Marie Curie, and they use she, her pronouns.
I think that leaves me. I'm Shelley, also known as Blind's Eye View on most places on the internet. I'm a blind uni student, horse rider, swimmer. I play tabletop RPGs when I'm not doing any of those things. So it's everyone's really, so somehow I've managed to slip this into my chaotic schedule at the moment. I use they them pronouns, and I'm playing Saint Wolfhilda of Barking, who uses she her pronouns.
Excellent. That is everyone, yes?
Yes, we didn't take the entire session to do that.
Sweet. My name is Toby. I shall be your DM for this Stampede through time, space, and reason. Now, for all of you who are new to this, everyone, the basic premise of D&D Epic History is that we take an actual historical event, sprinkle in a liberal amount of magic, and then throw in some time-traveling historical figures just to see what happens. In today's adventure, you guys will be working for a mysterious benefactor that has sent you back in time to do their nefarious, their benign and benevolent bidding. Now, to help you with your quest, you have been allowed to recruit local talent to act as guides or hide muscle, meaning that any player who were not keen on playing a historical figure has been allowed to roll a somewhat time-accurate adventurer to join in the fray. Just to avoid any confusion, you have all drunk a pretty potent magical concoction that allows you to speak, read, and understand all the local common languages. Now, is everyone clear about the rules and the setup?
Yep.
Excellent. Are we all ready to start?
Yes.
Do you have your respective time travel noises prepared in your heads?
Yes.
Good,
Now I
then
do.
let's begin.
Obviously.
Right. So you're currently all passengers aboard a Norwegian longboat being swiftly rowed towards the small island of Lindesfarne off the coast of Northumberland. It is early summer in the year of their Lord, 793, and you can tell this is a nice British summer because of the sideways drizzle smattering raindrops into your faces. In between the rain and the waves crashing all around you, your clothes are slowly but steadily becoming more and more saturated, whilst any loose locks of hair are now sticking to your foreheads. All around you, the air is loud with the sounds of the ship, the sea, and some early morning seagulls screeching defiantly overhead. The past few days were spent trying to find a ship to take you out to the island, although you soon discovered that none of the locals were willing to even sell you a boat, let alone lend one out. It was only through sheer luck that you found this crew of fine bearded Norsemen, who, in exchange for a few gold pieces, had no qualms about taking you on board. Trusting them, or feeling that you had no other choices, you set off at the crack of dawn, the sailors reeking of hangovers and regret. And so, at this moment, we will go round, probably the same order as before, and let us know what were your characters doing the night before you got onto this ship.
Okay, so that's me. So Arietti is a rather average-looking woman. She has one thing that makes her stand out from others. She's got just red hair, fiery red hair. But apart from that, she's sort of non-imposing. She's not a big build. She's not a small build. She's just sort of a human, you know? She doesn't stand out from a crowd. The thing that makes her different is that, unfortunately, the village that she was a part of chucked her out because they thought she was a witch. Rather correctly, I should add, but not that she would let them know. The night before, she was doing her usual consulting of the stars and sitting out by her campfire and realised that maybe time travel was possible. And unfortunately, she found out very quickly that it absolutely is. She's been hired to help with local area knowledge, having lived in this part of the world her whole life and not knowing what else goes on out there.
So Mary Shelley was, I'm living my best goth life last night, hanging around a graveyard, writing some semi-erotic poetry, when suddenly this really bright light happened, and I found myself transported to this different plane of existence, where suddenly the creation of my mind, Frankenstein's monster, was with me. So, we've been vibing, we've been getting to know each other. I've been, trying to calm some of his more monstrous instincts and let him show his true kindness. But we're excited for an adventure, and there may be some very goth actions coming.
I forget. Am I next?
Go for it.
All right. Well,
Or roll initiative.
I have to say Mozart doesn't remember a lot of that last night. I mean, once recovering from the fact that he was, playing piano in his family home one day and then out in a rainy landscape the next, proceeded to find the nearest inn and play every musical instrument available to general, festivity, and much was imbibed, and so, finding himself on the ship, he's lost his wig, his clothes are very disheveled, and not in the best of moods, but finding himself with a lot of odd companions, and somewhat curious as to what will happen next on this adventure.
Marie Curie was just spending some time in her laboratory doing some experiments, and a mysterious person appeared as if by magic or something. And so she's very interested in this, and she decided to travel with them, and that's how she joined the time traveling, these people, this mysterious entity. And last night in the bar, she just spent her night in her room doing her own experiments and trying to kind of unravel how this time travel thing works and trying to determine if there's some sort of element that is involved that she hasn't discovered yet, and maybe try to get that third Nobel Prize.
Love it. So Wolfhilda was in their church in Barking, having their aunt and the king argue about whether or not they should marry the king, and Wolfhilda had to escape these advances through the sewer, and as they were running through the sewer to make their escape from the king and his men, a bright light appeared and I was transported onto the ship. I'm looking very confused as to what in the name of all the saints is currently going on. But I've apparently been told that I need to find a book if I want to return home. Think? So I'm looking
correct.
very confused. I'm dressed probably in the robes of a young priest. From several centuries in the future, standing on this North ship, looking around, kind of like wide-eyed. Like, we're definitely somewhere in the UK. We're definitely somewhere near England, I would guess, by the weather. But other than that, I have very little idea what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you have been briefed. You have all been briefed. I would probably add that you weren't probably, those of you who were just plucked out the timeline, you were placed in this time and space last night. But even so, you were given a bit of a mission briefing by your handler, who is a Viking priest. Or he claims to be a Viking priest anyway.
Claims to be a Viking priest.
Bullfield might find that somewhat hard to believe, you know, a bunch of bloodthirsty savages and all that. However, the reason why he wants you to head out to Lindesfarne is because within that there's a monastery, which you would be aware of. And in that monastery there is the Gospel of Saint Cuthbert. This Viking priest would very much like it if you could locate and retrieve this item for him, peacefully, if possible. And for this very purpose, you've been given a strong box with 500 gold pieces in it, which should be enough to placate any monks with. Who would like the privilege of carrying this strong box?
Well,
Who's most trustworthy?
my monster's good at lifting things, but he's not entirely trustworthy. He might smash it if he gets bored.
Like, maybe I should look after that.
The woman of God gets to have it.
Make sure that it isn't used for immoral things, and is used only to help our party.
Yes.
I think Maria is way more interested in this monster than the gold.
No experiments on my monster, please. Thank you.
I just want to know
Scared
how
of the
he
monster.
works.
Are we sure he's not going to, like, smash us in our sleep?
No, he's very well behaved. He only smashes when I tell him to smash, usually.
Mozart is happy about this because his hands are far too delicate to be handling any sorts of chests. Thank you very much.
I feel like Ariette's probably just quietly assessing all of you one by one before saying anything.
Well, with the island creeping up closer and closer through this curtain of drizzle, you guys have a few moments to huddle together and have a chat and maybe go through any plans, ask who each other are, touch cloth, so to speak. Is that how you say? Yeah. But there are a few minutes left over if you guys would like to talk amongst yourselves.
With the island being minutes away after taking her time to look each of you up and down once or twice and try and assess who might be either the friendliest or the most dangerous. Ariete will just very, very quietly stand and sort of make her way over and say, so is there a plan, or?
Well,
Who are
obvi-
you saying that to? Just all of us?
Just all of you, yeah.
just all of us. Well, you know, I think Mary's going to be checking out Ariete, being, you know, bisexual goth goddess that she is.
Of course.
Naturally. And so she says, yes, you know, what are we going to do? Has anyone done this before? I was just chilling in my graveyard and now I'm here.
You hang out in graveyards?
Ah.
Takes a step away.
There's nothing wrong with a graveyard.
Ah, very sexy place.
Always thought about writing a song or two about death.
Sounds great.
Haven't got around to it yet, but perhaps this adventure, perhaps you will inspire me as I go along with you.
Perhaps our deaths will inspire some music. Wonderful thought. Okay. Do you all of you know the island that we're going to?
No, I've never been here.
I've never been.
Okay, that's just great. Well, also not unusual. I don't live far from here. I think maybe that's why I'm here. I can tell you, people don't go to this island. They don't choose to. So, let's be careful, I suppose. Those who do don't tend to come back.
Well, Filter, you would know of this island, as it is the holy island of Saint Cuthbert, who's one of the most important saints in the Catholic Church, and especially within Britain. Saint Cuthbert had held a very special place in the mythos of King Alfred, for a start. So you would be aware of Lindesfarne. You would have heard a story, especially about the Viking attack, even though you probably haven't travelled here.
Yeah, so I've heard of it, but I have never been here. Would be quite an accurate. I've heard stories of things that have happened here. I have never been before. I'm kind of curious as to what it is that the person who has hired us specifically wants with this book, and why he thought I would be helpful in acquiring it. I say nervously. However, I think I have some abilities that might protect us from the mysterious evils.
Your
That
fellow
we-
clergymen.
Definitely something going on that ungodly rock.
I just hope there's a graveyard.
I can almost guarantee there is probably
Yes,
going to be a graveyard, my child.
I think we'll find one of those.
That
Or make
is-
one.
I would prefer we try and avoid making one if possible, but I understand if it is necessary.
Just so you all know, Frankenstein's monster is currently trying to catch a fish off the side of the boat.
Oh.
He's just kind of playing in the water and giggling to himself.
Marie is just sitting next to him, like copiously taking notes and not even like paying attention to this conversation.
Glorious. Bad timing for Frankenstein's monster, as the captain shouts out, "Brace yourselves!" And could you all just quickly roll dexterity or strength saving throws, depending on how you are bracing yourselves?
What am I rolling?
You'll roll a d20,
Yep.
and then you will have next to your dex or strength, there'll be a little plus number. You want to add that to your saving throw.
Might need
So-
you to do that for me. I can tell you the number.
Okay, what's the number?
I got 17.
Okay, and do you know what your bonus is next to your strength or dex?
I think the DM might have my card.
Mary Shelley?
Yes.
Yes, your strength is great. It's a +4.
Oh, use that. Yeah, so add that to your, was it 17?
Yeah.
So that's 21.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So this is where we can usefully highlight how D&D Beyond is not accessible.
Yes.
And I need support to play it, especially as a new player who, you know, that kind of whole screen with all the tiny text. As someone that A, isn't familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, and B, has visual impairment. Luckily, I've got a lovely supportive crew with me. But, you know, if I was trying to get into this as someone new that maybe didn't have that much experience, it's just like a real big barrier, and it would put me off quite a bit. And it probably is what has already put me off, is how kind of text heavy and complicated it is as a game. And unless you have nice people to kind of navigate around that with, it can be a real challenge.
Yeah.
See, I guess I'm kind of lucky because I learned playing D&D with D&D Beyond, so I instinctively know where everything is, because someone sat down and pointed out. But I did at first need a lot of support, but now with a screen magnifier I can. Did need someone the first few times to teach me where everything was, but now because they don't move things, I do instinctively know where things should be.
Yeah, you kind of learn your way around, but if it was actually more accessible in the first place, you wouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Now, Frankenstein is able to hold on to himself and Mary Shelley with absolute ease. Saint Wilkilda, however, you are struggling.
Yeah, I really am.
Yes,
I'm wondering whether I have anything. I'm too busy thinking if I have anything that can help people, and thus failing miserably at actually. I was not paying too much attention, so my 8 isn't gonna help anyone.
And Toby, I got a 10, so Marie might also be.
It is fine. You're not impressing any of the sailors, but compared to Wilkilda, at least you're not biting into the wooden deck below you.
Yeah, mine was a 6, so...
Yes, with a 6, yeah, you the good news is that you missed the deck. The bad news is that you didn't miss the sand.
Great, lovely.
And you are greeted by that beautiful, soft, silty goodness that is an English beach. And you're going to take...
Probably a few
that's
pebbles
okay.
in there too.
Spitting out sand, you're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Speaking of bludgeoning damage, I feel like
Yes.
I feel like this might be a good time to give out some temporary hit points to people.
I mean,
If they
So
last, yeah.
I have the spell Aid, and I can give 3 people 5 temporary hit points for 8 hours, and I feel like this might be the time. I feel like before we get into any more trouble, some people seem to lack the ability to stay on their own 2 feet.
Yep.
This might be the time to do it.
I'll happily
Nice.
take it.
So yeah, I'm gonna give you 5 temporary hit points.
Thank you.
Mozart, you also get 5 temporary hit points.
Do the hit points help me with my hangover?
You probably feel slightly better.
Oh, I have a tonic for that. Don't worry. And then Marie's just digging
And
around
I'm
her
going to give
bag.
myself the last 5 temporary hit points. So I've cast Aid on myself, Hyde and Mozart.
sure. So, stepping off the ship, you are basically praising the Lord and casting a small prayer, blessing the party.
I
Marie
managed to
pulls.
hold on. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Marie pulls out a vial with glowing green liquid in it and hands it to Mozart and says, "That'll fix you right up."
Mozart, who I believe
Maybe
appears to be-
wait a bit though. You know, it's not good on an empty stomach.
All right. He
I
eyes
don't want to
the
ask.
he eyes the tonic and takes the warning and puts it in the pocket of his breeches or his pants, and says, "All right, well, we're here. What's next?"
Frankenstein's monster just gently carries me off the boat and sets me down on the sand. And I say, "Thank you, darling."
The sand is damp and treacherous as you put your feet down, but that's to be expected. What can you do? Up ahead, you see the sandy beach sloping upwards towards a grassy little crest, from where you would likely gain a better view of your surroundings. All around you, the Norsemen are getting busy, just securing the ship onto the beach, with the captain approaching you. So, my friends, as per our agreement, we will stay here until the tides go out. But when they do, so will we. So, with or without you. Yes?
And how long do we have?
You could roll either nature or survival check.
We will go with which one's better. Oh god, they're not good either. I'll go survival. That will. Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 20, so it's 22.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
take that.
Yeah. You know, tides. Yeah, about 6 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty exactly 6 hours.
I'll note that in the back of my brain somewhere. Right. Are we off then?
I suppose we go that way, pointing to the sloping upwards grass verge where we can get a better view.
Captain goes back to join the sailors, who appear to be setting up a small encampment to ward away the worst of the elements. On the whole, they're not exactly thrilled to be stuck here waiting for you guys, and none of them are really waving you off.
Maria is gonna pull out a Bunsen burner and light up a little torch in her hand, and then her hand glows green, and she just sets the fire right on her palm, and then starts walking up the hill.
Arietti will do that sort of very quick walk to get up to you, to be close to the fire, and we'll say, "That's different."
I have a torch in my pack.
I mean,
one of those old-fashioned medieval ones, not a modern one, sadly. So I will dip my torch into the fire and also follow you. I also technically have the light spell, but I feel like we'll start with not using all my spells at once.
I mean, it is fairly early morning. The world is grey all around you, and the fires or the torches are going to be fizzling as the raindrops whirl all around you. But you have flames. I think stepping off a Viking longship carrying torches sends the right message. Now,
I was more thinking for the aesthetic.
as you leave the beach and head up to the top of the sandbank, you see the monastery lying about a kilometer or so to the west. It's enclosed by this large earthen wall standing behind a deep ditch. It's more likely aimed to keep the wind rather than any robbers at bay, but it still appears to be a fairly formidable barrier. Closer at hand, you can see a farmstead, thick smoke billowing out of the chimney hole in the roof. And up ahead, but by what is likely the main entrance to the monastery, you see a small hamlet. There's maybe about 7 buildings or so nestled relatively close to each other.
I should know as well, Arietti's got a staff that she'll use to sort of hike up the slope with, but she'll point to the hamlet and say, "Should we start there?"
Well, you're the guide.
Oh, right. I suppose I am. All right, we'll start there. And she'll go.
Sounds like a capital idea to me. Let's head on over there. Frankenstein's monster has got slightly distracted. He wants to go and play with the fire, but I've encouraged him not to, and to just follow me and follow Arietti.
You reckon it's going to be maybe an hour or so on foot? Maybe half an hour, 45 minutes at a brisk pace. Trudging through this fairly dismal terrain. You pass the farmstead, would be to your left. 3 buildings of various sizes huddled together.
Do they look lived in, or do they look abandoned?
Well, it's roll perception.
That's a good question, actually.
That would be a 17.
Ooh. So, there is smoke
Okay.
from the central, probably like the homestead building. There are no signs of people, however. Also, more strangely, there are no animals in the pastures.
I've got a
Probably
bad
people eat 'em.
That's
feeling.
alarming.
What do you think,
Are we-
Mozart? Can you hear anything with that excellent ear of yours?
I was going to say, I think Mozart's going to be kind of trying to train his ear to hear any signs of activity, music, talk, laughter. He's very outgoing person. So being in an abandoned place is not really his forte.
Yeah, interesting. Your passive perception is... it's 11. Okay. Do you want to roll perception?
Sure.
Mine is 16, but I don't know if that helps.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
That does.
Clerics.
I'm just checking my perception here. +1. Well, not the most perceptive and not the least either. 18.
You get too engrossed in your music to pay attention to your surroundings.
I think so. I think I always have a song going through my head, or I'm always thinking about the next composition.
Constant soundtrack.
You hear nothing. There are no noises. Just the wind, the drizzle, distant seagulls at this stage.
It's too quiet here. Place needs a little more life in it. I wonder if there'd be maybe further down the road in the hamlet, but I can't tell. I don't think there's anybody around here.
Is it not alarming that this place that there is a fire going seems abandoned?
Well, we assume that there's still monks living in the monastery, so there must be people around somewhere. I mean, we can look, but I don't know. I think maybe we go straight to the monastery.
But do they?
sounds
would
good
we be
to me.
welcome? Do we know if they accept visitors? It seems like a pretty isolated island.
People don't come here anymore. I don't think they have a choice to accept visitors because they don't get any. I mean, pilgrimages come, but they don't come back.
What I'm worried about. Sorry, go ahead. I was going to ask Curie what investigative processes you've got going, because my observations is that it's too quiet here. It's surely even a monastery would need farms, livestock, something to sustain them. What do you think, Marie?
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking perhaps we go to the monastery and see what we can find. There must be people somewhere. Or at least bodies of people if people have come and not returned.
Well, the only other option is to walk into that farm over there and enjoy the obvious fire that is burning in the chimney. But that seems like the wrong choice.
Marie Curie, could I have you roll a intelligence or history check for me, please?
Sure. That is 18.
Now, you and Fulfield would know this. A monastery, especially one this size, would have a fairly sizable cattle production nearby to provide them with vellum for writing parchment.
All right, I will share that.
The lack of cows is strange.
Okay, I will share that information with Mary and her monster, and then look at Arietti and ask, well, do you think the inviting house or the monastery?
It can't hurt to peer through a window, but I'm not sure what we'll find.
We've always got my monster as backup, so don't worry.
If we go together, we should be okay. Though keep aware of our surroundings. What caused the cows to disappear? Disappear us? Looks kind of worried. Definitely looks worried.
Well, I mean, the farmstead is on the way. It would involve roughly a 5-minute detour heading off down a path through these empty pastures.
All right, let's go peek through a window. Let's see if there's any dead bodies in this farm.
As you're approaching it, you all would hear the sound of a child laughing, as well as the sounds of small feet running around in the mud.
That's not creepy.
No, that's creepy. That's creepy. Can we try and work out where this sound is coming from?
Yeah, could roll investigation.
I can do that. Oh, yes, I have a +4 for my investigation. Let's see if we can get something. 13!
Well, you can't see any children running around laughing.
Great.
Can Marie determine where she thinks there's mud if we hear them splashing in mud? Like where is there like a valley that water's running into?
Yeah, you can determine it. Everywhere. Everywhere is mud.
It's raining.
Perfect. That was like a nat 20 right there.
Roll.
Again, I will stop talking crap about Northern England at some point. I'm just very salty. There's no longer Danish.
It's fine. It needs it. Okay, Arietti then will, with the sounds of non-existent children around. How far away are we from the actual building itself?
Say you would have heard sounds maybe when you're about 60 feet away.
Okay.
Maybe got some 30 feet closer, like peering around, looking. Any kids around? No.
She'll whisper a little pagan prayer to herself and will say, "Who wants to go first? Anybody want to knock on the door?"
I can go.
Okay, good. Off you go then.
All right, Marie will walk up to the door and knock on it.
So you got 3 doors. Oh, sorry, 3 houses. The main dwelling, with the smoke coming out of it, does have a closed door. You also see that the other 2 houses, they're more kind of opened. One of them is clearly a barn, and the other one is a bit too dark to make out what's inside. But knocking on the door is
smoke.
Yeah, knocking on the door yields nothing.
She will try the handle.
It opens.
Okay.
Oh. I was going to offer that my monster could just yeet the door.
I mean,
it is
still welcome to it.
There's a murky darkness inside the house. Everything smells of old mold. The central half stands cold and unlit. No one's been here for a long, long time.
I will take out my holy symbol and cast the cantrip light and hold it up as I follow to shed more light into this darkness.
The place looks abandoned. There's no immediate signs of struggle, although the general mess around might be struggle. Who knows? So you'd have to, investigate properly.
Are there any side rooms or anything? Or is it just one main room?
No, it's just one big open space.
And this is the one that we can see smoke coming from the outside.
Well, there was smoke coming out of it. If you were to step outside and look up again, the smoke is gone.
That's a little creepy. Like,
Yeah,
and protect us.
Marie will investigate the hearth and see if if it's hot or if it's just cold.
Roll investigation.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to investigate to see if this mess is this result of just someone really messy living here or a struggle. I'm assuming that's going to also be an investigation roll.
17.
Yep.
Yeah, the hut, you don't think, just scientifically speaking, this fire has not been lit for maybe several decades. This is clear, this is like fossilized carbon here. You do, however, find what could be a child's necklace. It's a crude obsidian carving of rabbit attached to a leather strap.
And my investigation of 23 to see if this was a struggle or just someone really messy. That's a ridiculously high roll.
Sorry, I was combining both your rolls there,
okay.
I think. Because again, you find the necklace and you manage to conclude that this is the sign of just abandonment, just maybe even a century of no one being here.
Being a witchy woman, am I getting any spiritual vibes from this place?
Yeah, roll Arcana.
That'll be 22.
Ooh. The place itself gives off nothing, but the necklace is definitely something.
She will. Who's holding? Is it Mary holding that?
Yeah, it's spooky. Of course, I'm holding it.
She'll come over and say, "I don't. Maybe we shouldn't be touching these things." And just she'll gesture to the necklace, but she won't get near it.
I'm already trying to babes, like.
Look, it looks lovely, but I'm getting some bad vibes.
Do you say you rolled a 22, yeah?
Yeah.
It's not bad vibes, just powerful vibes.
I'm getting some dodgy vibes. Some vibes of
some intense
maybe
vibes.
you don't want to mess with that.
I think it looks lovely, Mary.
Aw, thank you. Shall I investigate it at all?
Sure.
Do we think I know enough?
Or you just put it on and see if it curses you.
I do have the spell identify. I could, but also I've used a lot of spells already, and we haven't gotten. And I don't know what else we're going to encounter.
I can detect magic as a ritual, so just give me 10 minutes. I will look and see.
Yeah, take it off for now. But if it's great, I'm keeping it.
If it's great.
Yeah,
are you guys checking out the other two buildings as well, whilst he's casting Detect Magic?
You may as well.
Can we get Frankenstein's monster to smash down a door?
I will investigate the open barn.
Yep.
That's what I'm gonna go do.
I'll probably stay with the necklace.
Yeah, you find that the barn is empty and distressed. Like my love life. No animals has been. I joke. If my wife is watching this, she won't be. I am joking. Now, there has clearly been no animals in here for some time.
I would know that that's a bit strange if this monastery is still got monks in it because of the whole parchment.
Yes.
That's giving me that's weird vibes.
Mm-hmm. And
Cool.
if you think that's weird, do you say Frankenstein is smashing in through the third room, yeah, or third building? Beautiful.
Yeah, he's bored. He wanted something to do.
Yeah.
He just like, I mean, when I say smash, he's such a big guy. You know,
Hmm.
he's like 2.5 meters tall.
Yeah.
Like
This
built
place-
like, you know, he just walked into a door and it just fell.
This place is clearly, or was clearly, like a workshop / slaughterhouse. More than likely, they would have taken the cows here to, strip them, prepare them, all the rest of it. However, you notice that the floor is just a carpet of bleached white cow bones, clattering as you step over them. Over in the corner, you see a small mountain of tanned cow hides. These would have probably been sent to the monastery to be turned into vellum, but never got there.
Interesting. Well, shall I check this out?
You guys feel free to investigate either building or both.
Okay. Shall I investigate? What am I rolling?
Investigate.
Is it a D20?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
it's almost always a d20 until we
Hmm.
do damage.
Okay. So I got 23 of investigation. That's smart, y'all.
You like yeah. You don't miss much. You got those good eyes. Also, you have like 2 pairs of eyes, so
Yes, that's true.
double the effectiveness. You find nothing much really. There's you find a hatchet and some woodworking tools.
Frankenstein's monster is just like nibbling on a bone in the corner. He's a bit peckish.
There's also a sax, still sharp. So this would be a short sword. Nice Anglo-Saxon short sword. And also, let's say your search is going to take 10 minutes, same time as the ritual. You probably found the thing at the same time that... is it Ariette who's casting Detect Magic?
No, it's not me.
Oh, sorry.
Curie.
Yeah, Mary Curie, sorry. Yeah, you would probably sense the magic from this room as well. There's hung up on the wall, and there's this strange piece of parchment with recognizable runes, but the runes are gibberish. They don't mean anything. Or in terms of D&D speak, it is an unidentified spell scroll.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Can
That-
I try and identify that with an Arcana check, or do you need a spell for that?
Ooh. I mean, you could try.
I'll give it a
You
go.
always try.
Okay, that's not as good. That would be Arcana. That'd be 14.
14. You think there's some of the symbols... It could be like a protection spells, or like something to do with protection. It's like something, scribble line, rune protection, blah, 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 blah.
I love it.
Okay.
If you want, I could, as a
Oh, also the necklace is magic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do we know what school?
I will find out, actually. I think it would be
I-
abjuration, but I will double check.
Okay.
I could identify that scroll for you. If
I think you can
wait.
identify as a ritual, yeah.
Yeah, I can. I've got identify as a ritual. If you want me to identify
let's
that.
do that. I'll take one of my daggers and cut down the like an art thief. Take it out of its
I was
frame.
slightly alarmed by this. When you first pick out your dagger, I take a couple of steps back.
Like,
and hold my
yes,
hand out like he's got-
identify it. Yeah, so I'll take that down and hand it over and let you do your
Cool,
thing
I'm
for the
going
next
to,
10 minutes.
You can identify multiple things like that, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
If you say so.
I can only do one
Yeah.
thing at a time, though, and
Yeah.
if I'm casting it as a ritual, I can only do it one. I have to be holding it. It's a touch spell.
Yeah,
Um,
so
Yeah,
you have to. It would take 20 minutes to identify both things rather than the 10 minutes.
Cool.
Yeah, but I'm gonna spend. No one asked me to identify the necklace. I've only been asked to identify the scroll, so I'm only. But
Okay.
yeah, I will spend 10 minutes ritually casting identify, for this spell scroll.
I will tell Mary Shelley that the necklace is got some protective magic on it, so it should be good to wear.
Great. Yeah, I'm just gonna carry on wearing that then.
Cool. You should be feeling the effects in about 1 hour after you have attuned to it.
Vibing.
The scroll, as you are, your god is basically just shouting warnings at you as you are identifying this thing. If this was like a buffering thing, it's just slowly turning redder and redder.
Excellent.
Just like
I love-
angry, like it is a cursed scroll.
I vote we leave that here. That is cursed. That is very cursed. That is super dangerously, like you touching it, levels of bad cursed.
Specifically, it is a curse scroll anti-protection. If you were to try to read the text out loud, you would be anti-protected, whatever that means. Do you want to find out?
Ariete will say, "Oh, that's okay," and then she'll roll it up and put it in her bag.
I would rather we burn that with sacred flame.
Oh, I'll deal with it later. Don't worry.
So, do I believe her? Do I believe that she's going to?
Roll insight.
Let me just try and deceive you. Okay, you're probably gonna know. I got a 10 on my deception, so.
Oh yeah, that's I'm afraid to tell you that I got a 16.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's still going in the bag, so.
No, give that to me.
I tell you what. I'll give it to you later.
I don't believe you. You lied to me once, and I don't feel like I should let you lie to me again. Give me the scroll, and I will dispose of it.
Bad mojo is my thing. Okay?
I do not care. It is too dangerous to risk it falling into the wrong hands or being used on an innocent person.
Convinced by this.
Fine. She'll pull it out, hand it over, and when you take it, there's that moment where she's like, she holds on just a little bit.
As you try, I start casting the cantrip Sacred Flame and burning it. So if you don't let go,
Oh, let go. Yeah.
good choice. I will destroy the cursed spell scroll with Sacred Flame if that's okay.
Down.
I know,
Yes.
I'm a spoil sport.
Do you destroy the curse scroll with sacred flame? Do you?
I feel like that's going to be a bad idea, isn't it?
I just need a yes or a no.
Yes.
Yes.
Are we sure? Are we sure? I mean, I love reading stuff.
I love
Yeah.
reading stuff
It's
too.
a bad idea, but I don't want anyone using this.
Regardless of what anyone else feels about this action, you feel great about it. You think that this is very much the right thing to do. And also, you're rewarded for it. You're going to have a D6 inspiration dice.
Woo!
Hey,
Nice.
nice.
It's very in character.
It does feel like what my character would do. I'm trying here.
No, it is, very much. As I said, like, don't listen to these pagans. This is the right thing to do. You have a D6 inspiration dice.
Do not listen to the pagans. I'm not listening to the pagans. I'm sticking to my guns and I'm destroying the cursed spell scroll. Because I'm a morally good Catholic priest. Why am I on this journey? But yeah, destroy the spell scroll.
So
So,
Marie is. Oh, I was just gonna say Marie is thinking if that scroll was cursed, the necklace might be cursed. And I'm just wondering if she would actually say something about it or just keep it to herself. Because she's intelligent, but not that social. So I think for now she'll just keep it to herself.
Yeah.
Let's keep an eye on Mary if she starts to look a little weird.
Is there anything else that we need to identify?
Like with that, the creepy farmstead has pretty much been stripped clean.
Okay.
So I was asking the group if they found anything else that they wanted me to identify for them before we left. Now would be the time where we're relatively safe, because ritual spells in the middle of combat are not a good idea.
I suppose I'd want to know. I think Mozart would want to know just for sure those bones are cow bones, just given all of the creepy stuff that's been happening lately.
That's actually a good. Are the bones all cow bones?
Yeah, roll
the
medicine.
monster.
Roll
we could
medicine check, Grant.
I'll help you out with that. I'll give you advantage. I spend time
thank
reading
you.
bones.
I'll roll that with advantage then.
The monster says they're very tasty.
Well, that's always a good sign.
But he
So,
also
15? Total?
They are all cow bones.
Okay.
Some of them might be bull bones.
Well,
bovine.
Yeah,
They're all
yes,
bovine
like-
bones.
Bovine.
You say, oh
bones,
yeah, they're
thank
all
you.
cow bones, and then Arius goes, well, that one's actually a bull's bone, but okay. It's bad reading. I'm getting a bad reading. It's not a good future for whoever laid these bones down.
Holding up some horns.
Frankenstein's just got like one sticking out of his mouth, like.
They're all bovine, which is good and also bad.
Well,
Which
it
they're not all
explains.
bones. Bad, because monasteries without cows don't usually, that's quite hard to run. I'm quite concerned about what we're going to find.
Yeah, but it does explain where the cows are, which is another mystery solved, which is always good.
Yes, they're right here. Right, shall we move on?
Yes, let's.
It would
Feel
only
like we
get
spent
brighter
some
from
time in the
here.
graveyard.
I don't believe that.
Now, did you identify the necklace? Yes, no, or just holding on to it to see what happens?
I think we're just holding on to it.
Yay!
Just see
Yeah.
what
Awesome.
When did last week
Yeah,
identify?
it looks great. Like it totally goes with my outfit.
We can't take it off you now at this point.
No,
so-
it got great energy from it. It's sparkly, obsidian, totally goth. Obviously, we're keeping it.
Right, again, the scientifically minded of you might be wondering, why is there obsidian in Northern England? But even so, let's move on. Right.
The Vikings did very complex trade routes. Like, don't judge.
Good. Now, I'm going to say...
Concerned about these pagans? Can I be concerned about these pagans?
Yes, you can
I
roll
think
to
you
be
should
concerned.
Being concerned is a free action.
Now, you have these discoveries are probably gonna put a bit of spring in your step, and you would probably make it to the hamlet by the front gate in about half an hour. Alternatively, you can just make a beeline to the actual walls if you want to try to sort of scale over the ramparts.
If there's an entrance, if there's like a gate area, I'll lead us there. This dress isn't made for scaling walls.
The gate appears to be roughly by the hamlet.
Cool.
Or in front of the hamlet.
Okay.
Glorious. So, moving on swiftly, you find that the closer you get to the hamlet, the more the general air has stopped being wet and more sullen with lethargy. The 7 or so buildings betray, again, no real signs of life, although you do see slow-moving figures passing between them. There are a few working in the small garden plots, and you see a couple heading out towards the larger fields carrying scythes and hoes and farming equipment. A figure consisting mainly of old rags draped around what appears to be a tiny frame sits beneath a central elm tree.
Are these like adult-sized or child-sized?
The people appear to be adult-sized. The bundle of rags, who knows?
Okay. Just because we heard a lot of child giggling.
As you get
If they're all
closer to
just-
the houses, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, if they're all just milling about, we'll just walk in like it's in a town.
As you do so, those houses with windows, the shutters will close.
God.
The doors were already closed, but you get a feeling that if they were open, they'd also be closing.
If there's, as we're walking in, if there's like a farmer or just a general village person, not the band, close by, she will sort of try and get their attention. She'll be like, "Oh, hello," and see how they react.
Absolutely. Just sort of, you will pass one by. He's pretty close, maybe like 10 feet away. His face is turning slowly towards you, leathery with age, eyes deeply sunk into their face. They're not exactly focusing on you.
Hello.
Just open their mouth, and it's just this row of decaying teeth. Leave, strangers. And he gets back to minding his own business.
Okay.
I reckon we question them.
Okay.
I reckon big cheery introduction. Hi, I'm Mary. This is my monster. These are my friends. We're having a lovely visit to your island.
Which one do you want to question?
I mean, I've got ideas for no teeth guy. Frankly, he's seen
Alright.
things.
Let's grab him then.
Let's grab him. Do you want to actually grab him?
Well, I mean, let's corner him.
Frankenstein's monster is just like,
Uh-huh.
I mean, my intimidation is lit, so.
I think mine's pretty good too, actually. We can make a good team. I got +7.
I mean, are we going to go straight in with like the aggressive questioning, or are we going to try something more persuasive?
We can try and be nice first. I think as he turns away, I'll say, "Oh no, sorry. I actually wanted to talk to you."
Perhaps Mozart could speak. He seems a bit more approachable.
Mm-hmm. With those lovely hands.
All right.
The farmer is studiously ignoring you, even though you have apparently now mobbed him.
He turns away. We all rush up, like, "No, come back."
This is a local place for local people. We shall have no trouble here.
No, I'm a local person, technically.
I mean, haven't you already had a bit of trouble, judging by the state of the farm up the road? Perhaps it would be helpful for you to have a little bit of fresh blood on the scene to help you with your problems.
We
Be
have
careful with
enough
the words you pick.
fresh blood.
Oh, God, that's not creepy.
Yeah, let's intimidate this person. Less talking, more yeeting.
All right.
Oh gosh. We're not supposed to harm him. Clarixon's trying to catch up with these three.
Well, if we can get away without harming people, it's good. But if we have to, we have to.
He's an unarmed farmer. Guys.
He's also very rude.
Very rude.
Maybe
Did you not just because what's that whole just because someone does unto you, do not do unto them? Treat people how you want to be treated. I'm trying to think of this is where I was not brought up as a Catholic, but you get the idea, right?
Ariete will say, "Well, if we treat people the way we want to be treated, people have treated me pretty badly. So I'm going to do the same, sir." And she will step aside and let Frankenstein's monster step forward.
Okay, I'm rolling, y'all. I'm doing it. I'm going in.
God, you're gonna kill him in one hit. He's so old and fragile.
Can I try and protect this poor farmer from being killed by Frankenstein's monster with my shield?
Intimidating. It's a 9.
Yeah.
It's okay.
The farmer
That's not
is seemingly immune to being intimidated as he is ignoring the monster.
Oh, okay.
Good. That makes me feel
Ariete.
slightly.
I mean, like, if the monster is only standing there, the farmer is just stooped over and poking the ground.
Okay, my slightly gentle intimidation didn't work. Ariete, are you going for it?
Very well.
I
She'll.
mean, you can still roll for intimidation, just saying that he hasn't reacted to the monster just standing there.
I rolled
You made me-
9.
Yeah, 9's pretty low.
Yeah.
Ariete will step forward and will do a gesture with her hands down by her side and cast Prestidigitation and cause some general sort of witchy vibes. You know, the hair begins to stand, her eyes glow dark black, and she looks a bit creepy. Her voice sounds a little bit echoey, even though you're outside, and she'll say, "Sir, you should pay us some attention and tell us what's going on here." And she'll try to intimidate him with her witchy vibes.
Yeah, you can roll intimidation.
Oh, that's quite good. Maths, hang on. That will be 21, I believe.
Right.
I'll do your maths for you, but you have to pay me.
The farmer is just ignoring you. He started raking muck onto the boots of Frankenstein's monster. You do, however, hear a delighted squeal from the bundle of rags when your hair went up.
I was going to
Well,
ask.
So you made a bit of an impression.
Okay. Not quite it's not quite what I wanted, but we'll go with it. She feels a little disheartened.
I'm gonna walk
I
over to
think-
the bundle of rags and kind of crouch down a little bit and go, "Hello, can I ask you a few questions?"
Farmer's wife said, "Run for your life. The future holds nothing but strife." Farmer's spouse said, "Flee from your stead. I've seen the future and you are dead." She holds up a wicker figurine. Could you roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Absolutely, I can roll a wisdom saving throw.
Is the song one that's recognizable to Ariete as a local, or is this something that is also out of place?
17
It's-
is my wisdom saving throw.
17, excellent. Ooh, that is excellent. Ariete, to answer your question, no, this is not really familiar at all.
Okay.
Just weird freaking child noises. In
Does
my-
Mozart have any opinion of this music? That's what I want to know.
He's
it
gonna
is-
rate it.
Little
It is
simple in terms of the
terrifying.
melody. I'd say, could use a little bit of work. The tempo is a
derived.
bit off.
Yeah.
Derived.
Wolfhilda, for a second, you are convinced that the figure that's being held up is a lifelike version of yourself. But the vision quickly dissipates.
Okay.
Have you come to play with me? Girl asks.
Why aren't you the creepy small child? I have come to find out what's going on.
Nothing much. It's a small shitty island. Nothing happens here.
You sure?
What do you need to know?
Things around here are not like most towns around monasteries that I have been to.
Have you been to many monasteries?
A few.
Me too.
Mozart is suspecting that this is another time traveler. Not that he knows much about time travel, but
Marie will ask the small bundle of rags. What happens to most people that come to this island?
Well, no one likes visitors here. The monks don't like visitors. I like visitors. And she flashes a wolfish grin at you.
I would be willing to play with you. I have some grandchildren and myself, so I'm very good with the kids. And then she'll like bend down and pick up a rock and start infusing it with like a voice, or like her own voice, just like saying something like, "Come find me," and then she throws the rock that keeps saying, "Come find me."
You're playing fetch with this child.
Wow. Now that is creepy.
I mean, look, Marie's just like leaning into the creepy vibe. We can't like this kid's creepy, singing creepy rhymes. Let it play with a creepy rock.
I'm calling it. The kid's the big bad evil guy.
Well, if I'm her friend, maybe I'll turn on you guys.
This is true.
I kind of have to kill him now, considering I don't want to attack.
She will point at Mary Shelley. You have my necklace.
Oh God.
Oh no! It's mine now. It's mine now.
I'll trade you.
What?
What do you want? What do you need?
Information.
Oh yes.
Sandy.
We want to know what's been...
questions.
3 questions! Okay, gang, what are our 3 questions? We're going to confer.
Okay.
I'm thinking, like, what has happened here? Can we keep it really vague?
That's really vague though. She could be like,
Great
"Well, it's
question.
rained today."
That's true.
I feel we should ask about why none of the pilgrimages have returned.
Yeah, so I think that's
Yeah.
definitely one. What happens to people who visit here is definitely one.
Yeah.
Do we ask something about the monastery? Because obviously we want to
Yeah.
go get the book, which is in there. But it's like, do we ask something vague about the monastery, or do we ask something about the book? I don't know. She might not know. She's a child, but
I wonder if we could, like, ask a question that, like, co-opt her. So, like, could you take us to the monastery? Can you get us into the monastery?
we don't want to ask a yes and no question, because if we say,
That's
"Could you
true.
take us?" she'd say, "Yeah, I could take you."
I'm very
Will
helpful.
you take us to the monastery?
Again, that's
Yeah,
a.
I guess.
Oh yeah, but yeah, she then if she says yes, she might just say no then though.
What about, is the monastery safe?
I feel like we already know
These-
the answer to that one.
Yeah, these are very closed questions. I feel like she could really fuck us over here.
We've definitely...
Uh,
So why
So I think-
why
What
have
if
the
what happens to
pilgrimages...
people that come here? What happens to
happens-
people that are visiting here? Because
Yeah.
that could be anyone then.
Yeah.
What if we offer a counter proposal of 1 question and a favor?
Oh, I
And
like
then we
that.
can decide a favor
Mm,
That's
later.
a good shout. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to make that counter proposal. We would like 1 question and 1 favor, please, in exchange for the necklace.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
No, wait, hang on. We're getting the necklace off of her, and she's giving us a question and a favor,
No,
or we're
giving
giving the
her
necklace back.
We're giving the necklace back.
Right. Okay.
Necklace in favor. But roll persuasion.
That's like we're winning a lot here.
Right, hang on, I'm rolling. It is 19.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, 1 question is easier than 3 questions. And a favor.
Favor and a favor.
I will do a favor if I can do it.
Okay, so we happy with that 1 question, everyone? The one that we agreed on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then is the favor get us into the
us-
monastery?
Get us into. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Not just taking
Okay.
us. Get us inside.
Get
Get
us
us-
inside safely.
Stipulate everything.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Question is,
What happens to people who visit here? Why don't they return?
Okay.
because they stay in the monastery, of course.
Okay.
Okay. But they
Aw.
stay in the monastery as what?
Mm.
That's
I-
a second question. Like,
Well,
That's my-
I don't go into the monastery. I
Okay.
don't play with the monks. The monks don't play with me. It is an agreement that works for everyone.
Hey, well, that might scupper our favour then if she doesn't go in.
She can lead us there, though, couldn't she?
Okay.
I can help
Well-
you come in.
Okay. But
Okay.
the favour is, can you get us inside the monastery safely?
Yeah? I know a secret way in.
A secret way.
Right.
Excellent.
Perfect.
I like secrets.
But do
I'm
we
not-
do we want to try and go in the normal way first, or do we want?
Stealth it.
Okay,
Mm.
just go
Yeah.
straight for
Yeah.
violence. I like it.
Like how
Monster.
the barbarian just went stealth it.
Stealth it aggressively.
That's
Stealth it until we have to break something.
Yeah. Thank you. Right.
fine.
I mean, you could try rolling insight check on this one to see how helpful
she's
she is going to be, but
lying, yeah.
I believe
yeah,
her
I'm gonna do that.
100%.
I don't understand
I
why
believe
you
in
wouldn't
girls.
trust a small,
This is actually a
happy
really
to
good
helpful
roll.
child.
Insight.
We all roll an insight.
Mine's only a +2, so
Yeah, I only got a 7.
Okay.
You believe everything you're told.
This woman is too small to lie, surely.
Height and honesty are always very tangibly linked.
Indeed. As maths, I said no maths here. Now, I know a route. The problem is I can't play there. My feetsies get wet. And she points down to her bare feet.
oh.
Oh. Shoes? Do we need to get the kids some shoes? Has anyone got shoes? Spare shoes, anyone?
Hang on,
Can we
I might
make
actually.
shoes?
I might actually have some spare clothes on me.
Can we whittle some shoes?
I do have a spare change of common clothes. I could give her at least some socks.
She
I-
again squeals with delight,
Great, good.
clapping her hands.
I feel like as the cleric, walking barefoot would be something that I would be more inclined, more accepting of. I'll give up my shoes, the small child, to get safely into the monastery.
As we're handing the shoes and socks over, I will ask this small girl what her name is.
So,
yeah.
with my 21 insight, what did I work out? So I hand them over my shoes and
Oh,
have to walk barefoot every.
You said 21 insight.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, this young girl is eminently reliable.
Okay.
Okay. I will
Uh,
give her my shoes and socks, and I will walk barefoot in the mud.
She will also helpfully let you know that her name is Ida. I am older than my teeth, but
Ah.
not as old as my nails.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's
And she
a
skips
pretty
off ahead.
good age to be, and she's off. Okay.
Feel
And
like
she's
let's-
off.
Let's follow her before we lose her.
Yeah, let's go.
Just as we're being very generous to this young girl, I wonder if the audience of villagers who are enjoying watching our adventure might consider being equally generous to our fundraiser, and as an incentive, for every kind of £10, $10 that gets donated, you can have a minute of AvaCam time. So this is just as a quick incentive. There's AvaCam. Look at her being adorable. You could get a lot more of that if you do some donating to our quest.
That's a great deal.
Bargain.
Just let us know in the chat how much you've donated, and I'm sure our mod can help with that, and then we can do it.
On that note, as the small skipping child leads you onwards around the edge of this earthen wall, would you guys like to take a short 10-minute break, 5-minute break, 2-minute break?
Yeah, actually, if that's okay.
Yeah.
5 minutes?
Sounds good to me. And we've got a minute of AvaCam time, so this is perfect.
Yeah. So we'll take, a couple of minutes break. I just want to grab some water, and shall return in a few minutes
Lovely.
with more creepy small child action. That came out wrong. Bye. and welcome back.
Hi.
I'm being a headrest for a guide dog. It's fine.
I hope you all enjoyed your break. Got some nice
Yeah.
snacks. Petted your dogs.
Still petting my dog.
Oh,
Well, most importantly, as we mentioned before the break, Ava now has snacks, and if you donate £5 or $5, Ava will get a snack on the camera. And if you donate £10 or $10, you get a minute of Ava Cam.
Layla will get
We're
us
gonna end up
pictures.
with an overweight dog, aren't we?
This is why I can't, because mine's 9 and I can't do that because she will get that. But I will give ear scratches to the dog. I'm doing that anyway. You just get to enjoy. Let's come to say hi.
Right, are we following this raggedy child?
Yeah, let's follow this
Child who's now
demented
wearing
little
my
beast.
shoes, and I'm no
Ragged
walking
Ida.
Yeah.
Let's go follow the raggedy child. Just so everyone knows, I'm still wearing the necklace, and I'm not handing that over until we're in that building.
Are you giving it just enough time to attune to it to find out what it does, and then you're gonna hand it over?
But it's funny that you are saying this.
Okay.
It is funny that you're saying this. It's going to take you about an hour to navigate around the whole compound. It is a really large monastery. Been checking out the aerial photographs and stuff. And I'm like, wow, that is really big and really empty inside. But whatever. The path you're going around is going to take you to some cliffs on the south side of Lindesfarne Island. There, you're going to have to either risk sacrificing your feet, getting very wet, or do a little bit of acrobatics in order to follow this child as she's just skipping from rock to rock ahead of you.
I'm going to attempt to skip rock to rock because the child is wearing my shoes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm
in
gonna
which
have
case-
to do that.
Yeah, it's acrobatic rolls all around for anyone not
Yeah.
wanting to just wade.
I mean,
Yeah,
No.
Marie just waits. She's
worst
like,
case, I'm
yeah.
just gonna end up wading anyway, right?
Yeah, Marie's too old for.
I rolled a
skipping on
10.
rocks.
How do we feel about a 10?
I got an 11, so I'm in the same boat there. I think.
A 1!
23.
Well, we know
One.
who's falling in the water.
Yes.
Frankenstein
Oh.
dropped me.
That's rather harsh of Frankenstein.
He got distracted again.
Okay.
Now, interesting thing. Because it's been 1 hour of you wearing the necklace, you have now attuned to it. So now you know what it is. It is a luck stone, or stone of good luck, which means that you get a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws.
So you get a
with
2.
other words, you rolled a 1 plus your 0 to acrobatics is a 1, but +1 with the stone. So as you come crashing face first into the water, taking 1 point of bludgeoning damage, you feel not as unlucky as you might have.
But you're still wet.
Yeah, I'm still pretty wet. I'm
You're
giving
still soaking.
giving a stern stink eye to the monster, who again is just like looking for some fish in the water. And he's completely ignoring me, and he just pulls up a fish and bites its head off as I'm going, Frankie, come on, focus!
I'm going to need to roll my d6 inspiration to avoid falling in the water.
I mean, it's just a bit of wetness.
Yeah, I'm gonna save that.
I got an 11, so am I wet too?
But you rolled a 10 and 11, yeah?
Yeah.
Mozart, what did you roll?
Oh, 23. I'm waltzing along.
You are
across the rock.
literally dancing on the stones. Yes. Oh, it is a sight to behold. The child is prepared to take your hand, and you will be waltzing together.
Oh.
Oh, lovely. Maybe I'll sing a merry tune
Yeah.
as we waltz along over the
Yeah.
rocks.
Whereas those who rolled 10 and 11, you're just stumbling badly. Not as badly as falling into the water, but it's just you feeling almost ashamed looking at these sort of live elven creatures dancing ahead of you. Fake creatures, I suppose. Even so, you will be brought up to a fissure in the rock. It's just a crack. It's not exactly a cave. It's just this split where the child has no problems whatsoever. Just die. Frankenstein's monster is going to struggle, but
Oh. Can he yeet some rock out the way?
I mean, yeah, I think he's going to have to just forcing his way through with his forehead. The rest of you just scrapes some bruises, and but you will be able to squeeze through into this pitch black cavern. Are you still all carrying torches?
I have dark vision, but if people need
I
it,
cast the light spell on my. I'll cast the light spell on my holy symbol and hold it up.
That'll do it. That'll cover us.
Marie,
I realised that the humans can't see in the dark, and I thought about this when picking what cantrips to take. I used my brain and went, we should probably have at least one person that can cast the light cantrip.
oh, you didn't think Marie Curie could? Because she's gonna touch her skin and it starts to glow green. She's not glowing. That's radiation.
Okay.
I was going to say, I was just following old Glowhand over there.
That's
And
pretty good. I
also-
like that.
On
Beautiful.
our way over, she will have been magically tinkered with more rocks and thrown them about so that if the child finds them, they'll say, "Come find me." Just because it's funny. And I can
Spooky
have 4
rocks.
of those active at once. So there's 4 rocks scattered about this town. That will say that.
God.
Marvelous. Roll intimidation with advantage.
It's like-
Intimidation.
Thinking about the butterfly effect, just leaving voice-activated rocks around an island as a time traveler.
Did you
Gonna
say
mess something up.
intimidation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's usually pretty bad, but I rolled a 19 minus 1 for 18.
Yep. The child is terrified of Marie Curie, and will be avoiding her wherever. She was delighted by the red hair of the witch going up. The monster dropping Mary Shelley, hilarious. Rocks talking to her, being thrown around. Dear God, it terrifies her. Now,
That's what scares her.
yes.
Good. It's good to know.
Yeah. So you have I mean, she's held in check. Now, the very dark cave is very dark because the walls are covered in soot. In the center of the cave, it appears to be sort of the remnants of this ancient fireplace. There's nothing real of interest in here, but you can search around if you want. The child is kind of motioning towards another sort of cavernous passageway up ahead.
I think we'll just follow the creepy child.
That seems to be where we're going.
Yeah, let's just follow the creepy kid.
Marvelous. You guys are, as you sort of squeeze your way through, this is a little bit of twists, a little bit of turns. Again, it's very generous to call these caverns. Again, it's just holes in the rock. But eventually, your heads will pop out a little hole in the ground, obscured by bushes and overgrowth. You are on a sort of little bit of an elevated rock above the monastery, which appears to be just below you.
Are we inside the monastery walls yet, or are we still outside?
You are inside the monastery walls.
Okay.
So if you
So
imagine it's like,
she has now done what we asked her to do.
Hmm. She has
Um,
also disappeared.
Oh,
She doesn't take the necklace first?
She does not take the necklace.
she's a ghost.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like we're all like looking around, like all of our heads pop out like in a Scooby-Doo cartoon. It's like, and then
Exactly.
one of us just like looks down and realizes this child's gone, and it's like, okay, great.
So the ghost stole my shoes.
Using like a empty pair of shoes.
Is that what you're telling me, dear? The ghost stole my shoes.
What's worse than a creepy child ghost? A creepy child ghost thief.
You have her necklace. She has your shoes.
I feel like
I mean,
not
that's
sure
fair. That's fair. That is quite fair. Your shoes aren't +1.
my feet might disagree with this. Comfort and frostbite might be. I'm gonna have to find some shoes, but other than that, we're
You
fine.
probably steal them off a monk somewhere.
I can make you some.
How long
Some
is that?
time.
How long is that gonna take you?
Can you make them +1 as well?
Can they be glowy?
Definitely glowing.
Okay, so what do we see ahead of us
Now-
as we're looking
yeah,
down the
so-
monastery?
So this monastery, imagine this big open sort of square. It's vaguely square shaped. You are on the southern end. On the far northern end would have been the gate. Over there you can see a large priory building, some smaller buildings scattered around. Close to you, in fact just below the slope you're on, you see 3 larger buildings with smoke coming out of them. In the center of this big square, there are, as you can see, 2 main buildings. A church and what is likely to be a chapel, as it's surrounded by a cemetery.
Arietti will say, "Well, we're here, and you're looking for a book, right? Where's a book kept?"
Is there a graveyard? Let's
Yes.
look there. We've got to look there first.
For a
It's
book.
cemetery, and so thus, I'm gonna guess the cemetery would be another word for a graveyard.
Yeah,
But,
let's go.
however, I feel like we should thoroughly look and like. This is a holy book, right? This is a holy relic. So, like the church or the chapel would probably.
The chapel was what I was thinking.
But alternative, I could build another monster from body parts to be helpful.
Now, how long would that take you?
I'm opposed to this plan.
I mean, it could take a couple of years.
I don't think we have a couple of years.
Yeah,
You have 6 hours.
Yeah.
You have now like 4 hours. Get back to the
Who considers themselves to be the most eagle-eyed of you?
I think my perception is technically the highest.
Mhm.
Yeah, probably.
Also makes sense, you being the holy lady, sort of scanning the horizon. Could you roll perception for me, please?
Absolutely, I can do that. No, I can't. That's 10.
10 total?
4 plus 6.
Hmm.
Wait! This might be when I want to use that d6. I'm gonna use. Yes, I do. That makes it a 14.
14, beautiful. There are, as you would expect, and you note with some approval, that the monks are out in the fields and out in the orchards tending to their duties. And that gives you a sense of reassurance that at least there are some things that are right with this place.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we've broken in now, haven't we? So we kind of want to not be spotted by the monks. It's like we're now trying to heist a holy book, aren't we? So because we haven't turned up nice and knocked on the door. So I guess
Mhm.
let's stealth our way.
We're gonna have to stealth unless you want me to go back to the front door and create a distraction, but that might take a while.
I mean, if you need a distraction, I'm your man. I've got, just backpack is just brimming with horns and pipes and flutes and all
Actually,
sorts
that
of
gives me a terrible
musical
idea.
Oh, but
I
wouldn't
don't
it
know.
be
I think, yeah, splitting the party's not always terrible, is it?
Yeah, I like the sound of the horns.
Why don't you run as far away from here as possible, like to the other side of this area, like go stand behind the church and go play all those horns.
Well, hang on. Wait, where are we going though? Are we going to the church or the chapel?
The church is right next to the chapel, just so you guys know.
Okay, so don't go to either of those buildings.
Like, maybe stay here, wait for us to get to the church and the chapel, and then start playing those horns.
Sounds like a plan, and how will I know where to meet you once the distraction is done? That's assuming I have to not get myself captured or interrogated.
Don't worry, I'll stay with you, Mozart, and the monster
Maybe
will...
we should just stick together and be sensible.
No, me and Mozart and the monster will be fine. We'll do a distraction. Like, horns plus, 2.5 meter tall monster doing a jig. That'll be really distracting. Also, I can help keep Mozart safe while you start your investigation.
I could also stay because I'm not very good at the sneaking.
Okay.
Kind
So
of
we're going to leave the witch and the Christian together. That sounds like a great idea.
Witch and the Christian priest are gonna go find the book while you three create a distraction.
I will head to the chapel then with the priest.
You'll be
Reluctantly.
fine. You'll be fine.
Well, let's hope she
I
doesn't
feel like
burn
I
me.
should be trying to convert you to Christianity when we walk.
Yeah, just
It's either that or you put me on a stake, so...
just don't dictate anything.
Actually, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to try and convert the witch to Christianity while we walk over to the chapel and the church.
And every time you bring up a point or a reason, I'm like, we're trying to be stealthy. Shush.
Okay, that's stealth over.
Out of curiosity, Wolfhilde, you're not actually wearing armor. You're just wearing leather, yeah?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So yeah, are you guys just stealthing your way down there then?
Yeah, I'm just in leather armor and priest robes.
Glorious.
Not in-
So rather than this like sort of tanky metal thing, just going boom, boom, boom. Could I have you both roll stealth rolls for me, please? Whilst Mozart is rolling performance with advantage because you have a giant 2.5-foot monster doing a jig next to you.
Do we get advantage on the stealth because there's a load of noise going on elsewhere?
I will say yes.
Okay, good, because we both really need that.
We do.
Oh no, I rolled worse. Okay.
It's okay. I rolled better.
Oh, you rolled a lot better. Okay, I got a 6.
I got a 21.
Okay then. Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful, beautiful music. And the monster is graceful on his feet.
Yeah, he's surprisingly light-footed. He's got dancer's feet.
You did use a dancer in there, didn't you? Yeah.
I did use a dancer in there. He's got some dancer's feet.
Literally.
Mozart, do you know which tune you're playing, or are you just making something up on the spot?
Oh, Mozart can make things up on the spot, no problem. In fact, as he plays his flute, he thinks, flutes are quite magical. Perhaps I will compose something about a flute in the future.
Glorious. Now that was one good stealth roll and one terrible stealth roll, yes?
Yeah.
What was the bad one? 3?
No, mine was 6 out of the. I had a 3 and a 6, so I got 6 with advantage.
Okay, 6. And Wolfhilde?
I rolled on my physical dice and I got a 12.
Ooh, all right then.
It's not amazing, but it's better than the 6.
It doesn't matter because every time you preach Christianity to me, I just get more and more annoyed and louder and louder telling you to shush.
Basically, I feel like at the end of this, I'm going to end up casting suggestion or command on you.
Oh, God.
I have those spells. I could force you to convert to Christianity.
Great.
Before heading down,
out of character, I would never do that to you unless you were consenting to my character to do that, because that's really harsh to do to a player without
The good news is that before you have a chance to really bring out the full repertoire of confessional tools, you see out of one of the buildings a procession of 6 robed figures led by a fancier robed figure. Wolfilda, you would probably recognize this to be the abbot.
Great.
They are making a beeline towards you as you are debating the merits of monotheism versus polytheism.
I'm there like, what do you do if the crops are bad, though? Who deals with that?
However, as they're making a beeline, you see one of the monks just stop and point. And the entire group, they stop and they all turn around and they all look at the giant 6.5-foot monster doing a river dance to the sound of beautiful pipe music. Now, what do you all do?
So they have seen us. They were coming towards us originally.
They were coming towards you. They have stopped and they are now a little bit torn.
Okay.
I feel like we should continue walking and try and act naturally. Like, I'm supposed to be here. I'm clearly dressed in priest robes. I'm supposed to be here. I'm taking this poor sinner to confession. So I'm going to...
Is that what you say? Do you say that to me?
No, that's what I'm acting like, though.
Okay, I will,
I will become my child this way and pretending like we belong here and be like, that's a really weird monster. Maybe someone should do something about that.
I will follow along in suit, but I'm going to, she'll, on her staff, as it sort of curves up in the wood, she unclips a wand and slides it out and gets it in her hand, and Ariete will just prepare herself to try and cast a spell at the group of monks if they turn their attention back to us.
They are a bit torn. They are going to do something really stupid, and they're going to split up their party and send 2 monks walking towards the monster, just nodding in tune to the music, whilst 4 of the monks, led by the abbot, will hasten their step, walking a little bit quicker towards Wolfilda and Ariete. You hear the abbot shouting out, "Excuse me, my child. Excuse me. Excuse me."
Yes, Honored Abbot. I will say politely. I know how to address abbots.
Yeah.
I do not know how to
Your liege. I will hide behind. I will hide behind the cleric. Like not hide behind, but like kind of try and not be as noticeable. I think if the abbot sees me, he's gonna immediately turn into a witchfinder general. So.
The abbot, noticing that you are, is Wolfilda a Bessa by this point, or is she just a lowly nun?
By this point, she is by this point, she would be a Vesta.
Okay, and I am terrible at. I'm just going to pretend that this is the right greeting, and the abbot's going to say, "Your Excellency, Madam." It's not Your Excellency. Don't attack me. Now.
Yes, Sir Abbot. I also do not, having not been brought into the Catholic or the correct. We're going to pretend that we know what we're talking about.
There's a chance that these are 2 imposters. One will pretend to be an abbot, the other one pretend to be an abbessa. However, let us pretend that they are using the correct terminology when greeting each other. You see this. You see this slightly roundish man. He's stockily built in his 50s, cropped tonsure hair, well dressed, and a firm but inoffensive smile. Please, are you pilgrims?
We are on our pilgrimage, yes. I am escorting this young acolyte. I will gesture to the...
Just waves a little bit.
Well, please, we are not allowing any visitors to the church or the shrine at this moment. But if you'd like to come with us, we could have a sit-down where it's a little bit drier, and we can perhaps discuss why you are here.
I am going to cast suggestion on him.
Okay.
So one moment, please make a wisdom saving throw for him, and I'm going to say, you clearly did not receive the letter that you were sent 2 weeks ago about our visit, giving us special permission to enter the vestry, we'll say.
And he's going to more than likely pass the wisdom saving throw with a roll of 20.
Oh, yeah, he does, unfortunately. But it was worth a try.
However, his inoffensive smile does not waver. My lady, I am not aware of any correspondence from your chapter, but please follow me. We shall sort this all out.
Look, I'm slightly annoyed. It's rather inconvenient. A letter was definitely sent.
Meanwhile, the two monks who have approached the dancing monster, they are enraptured, just clapping their hands. And
the beauty of this spectacle.
Like, are you sure you're not concerned about what's going on over there?
Look, a monster!
One of them is a bit of a younger one with sort of very kind of boyish features, maybe sort of 19, 20. So, that is very good. What are you doing here? The abbot says that it's not safe to linger out here. Could you come with us, please?
We're a wandering troupe of minstrels who have come to entertain you on your lonely island.
You don't get many visitors. This is really rather excellent.
These poor guys.
It's much. Yeah, that one who's a little bit older just turns back going, yeah, we don't get much else other than chanting up here.
Well, this is a new style of music.
I mean, it's the 700s. We don't even have a church organ yet.
Oh, for goodness sake. Mozart had just, that's
He's fuming.
That's preposterous. But yes, absolutely, my companion is correct. We are here to entertain. We have come to your holy island of islands, to your monastery, to bring joy to your holy worship.
Roll deception.
Okay, that's +3.
We bring with us the hymn.
16.
16, yeah. That checks out. You guys are playing music. There's that big dancing fella. Checks out. They look at each other and go, but why are you out here in the rain?
Well, we play
like
Rain
to
or
make
Shine.
an entrance.
Yeah, we play Rain or Shine. We are but humble wandering minstrels seeking favor from holy orders.
Okay. Well, we're here to escort you in there. And he points towards one of the buildings.
At this point, do we see the other two being escorted in as well?
Well, I don't know. What?
Well,
Abessa and Witch. Are you being escorted, or are you having a
I
standoff
think-
with Abbott?
As soon as the suggestion fails and the abbot asks us to follow him again, I will. She will grip her wand a little bit tighter, just pop round, and she'll say, "Oh, I think I have a copy. Why don't you look at this?" And she'll brandish her wand and cast hypnotic pattern. So
Okay.
they will all need to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Let's try and confuse them completely.
In the confusion, we're legging for the church, right?
Yeah, we'll have a minute. We have a minute of them being hypnotized, so we can just go.
Excellent.
What's the DC?
The DC is 15.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, it's wisdom, which is not necessarily the best
Yeah.
thing to
No.
Yeah, they're all, holy
All
people.
pretty wise, apparently.
Yeah.
Although you do now want to. Okay, 3 of the 4. Yeah, 3 of the 4 monks have
Okay.
started tripping balls.
Great. Is
What-
the abbot among them?
No.
Okay.
The abbot is he's getting a little bit agitated at this stage, though. That you there? What are you doing? Are you practicing?
Run! Let's go!
witchcraft?
She starts pushing the cloak. Run! And it will start legging it.
Yeah.
After them. Right. So the monk and the abbot will start chasing you. The
Okay.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
monk.
I would.
Sorry.
like-
Before that happens, sorry. Give me 5 seconds. Because the abbot is going to start waving in the air himself.
Oh no.
And he shall cast. He will ask Jesus to smite these unholy bastards.
Oh,
I feel like
And he's going to cast Sacred Flame on you.
Oh god.
Wow.
Okay.
rude.
Great. Wonderful.
Yeah. So, dexterity saving throw for me, please, Ariete.
I feel like as he's asking the same guy was the one that I've been using to cast spells, I should get advantage on this.
That's a 14.
You'd think so, but 14.
Yeah.
Oh god, that is a pass.
Oh, good. Okay.
God
Like,
does
makes
not
sense.
want to smite you.
That's because
The
I am.
Crusades all over again. Right.
I'm the best. Yeah, absolutely.
So whilst
Paganism for the win.
whilst Jack the Sax is kicking in over there, and you guys are running towards the church, I suppose. The rest of the
Meanwhile,
group, the rest of the group, you see them making a run for it.
and the tripping balls that is also happening.
Yeah, there's
And
like
3 of
there's
them
like some
just, like-
glowing lights just in front of their eyes, and they're like, oh.
Are we going to make a run for it, team?
I think so.
Mozart-
I think we gotta
Mozart.
go.
Mary?
I had
Yeah.
perfect thing to do when we get inside the church. Have
I
you seen
think
I had-
Marie
Marie.
is gonna just take her corset out that she's been like walking with and say, "I think it's go time," and then she'll try to hit one of the monks over the head
Okay.
just to knock him out, not to
Yeah.
kill.
Yeah, you get that nice little sneak attack in, or sneak attack as well. Surprise attack in.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been playing too many rogues. Now,
Don't have any-
roll to attack.
I pointed this out when we were planning this.
Mm.
13.
A 13, I believe, is going to hit. Yes, 13 will hit. This unarmed monk, who up until now was your friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was a 1 on the die, so it's only 3 damage.
That's a free
He'll be fine.
bonk. You bop him on the head for 3 damage, and he goes,
And then she'll start
"Ow!"
running.
Right.
That's gonna bruise.
Yeah, I mean, let's go with that. As you run, he'll use his reaction to swipe out at you, using the deafness that only a Catholic monk is famous for. No other type of monks.
Mm.
Oh, and that is a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
All of us? Or just Marie?
Sorry, just Marie, who just bonked him on the head.
Well, that'll teach you to bonk people.
Yep.
You're trying to eat things all session, and now you're.
Beautiful. Now, you, my friend, will take 7 points of bonking damage.
10? Oh boy.
You also need to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
That's not a good sign.
That was a nat 20 for 25.
Okay. So, the foot just comes up, strikes you, but your central nervous system remains intact, and you keep on running.
Oh god, okay.
At this point, have the Vesta and the Witch made it to the church?
You guys still running. Now, Mozart. What would you like to do?
I mean, I could offer to Mozart that Frankenstein can just carry both of us, if you're up for that.
I think I'll take him up on that offer, and
Okay.
while I am being cradled in Frankenstein's monster's arms, I guess first I want to know how far am I from the others?
Yeah.
Like, you'd be about 35 feet away from aCoC, and I don't know, like 10 feet away or so from Frankenstein's monster. Now, the others, they are probably going to be more like 120 feet away.
We got to book it over there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I can't do too much right now for them, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep playing my flute, and that will I will cast my bardic inspiration and give it to Frankenstein's monster because I'm very happy that I don't have to run and waste my breath and use it for making beautiful music.
It's a good point.
Nice.
Here to serve.
Now, and yes, so Frankenstein's monster, what are you doing? Apart from carrying...
I am running. I am just
Okay.
booking it out of there.
Okay. So, you are running and then using your action to dash?
Sure.
Cool. Could I have you just roll a quick do athletics roll for me, please?
Okay.
I mean, you have a +8, so you should probably be right.
Yeah, we're good.
Lumbering.
Unless you get that one.
It's a 14.
14 plus 8, yeah, that's going to be a 22 in total. With ease, you are carrying. I'm going to call Mozart a waif. I'm not exactly sure what his physique was in real life at this stage, but you are just carrying him under your arm. The monks will, however, give chase. They are a little bit closer behind you guys, though. Enough that one of them, whilst giving chase, is going to sort of throw himself in the air and do this like flying kick. It looks so sweet. If he actually connects, yeah, it's Kung Fu monks. That is a 11 to hit. I think it's going to be a miss. I'm going to say it's the younger one who's like trying to show off. He's like, aha! And he just flies straight past you.
I didn't get bonked.
Bye. Bye, monk. Bye.
Hello.
Frankenstein just goes, birdie fly.
Now, we will swing straight back to our fleeing witch and Abessa.
Just before we do that, one of the kind villagers has thrown coins in our direction.
Oh, lovely.
And therefore the noble
Over the
hound
walls.
is going to be given snacks.
Oh, wow.
Noble hound gets the snack. So,
That is good.
Miss Ava gets a little treat-o. Get the snacky. It's a little crunchy crunch treat. Nom 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 nom. And Miss Ava the golden.
Crunching.
Yeah. Crunch, crunch, crunch. A little bit of
I find it amusing that the goth has a golden dog and the cleric has a black dog.
Okay.
Just pointing that out there. It's kind of our own.
Not yummy. Do another one. Do another one.
Spoiled.
There you go.
Talk about stupid questions. Yes, the abbess and the witch.
There you go, crunchy
Really
girl.
think a good partnership.
Sounds like an interesting sitcom, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. Like, we should go on more adventures with this abbess and this witch. I want them to continue going on adventures after this.
Speaking of which,
Hey.
as you two are running,
Sounds like an odd buddy cop system.
as you're running, are you using both your movement and your action to run?
I will. Yeah, I will dash, but I will also spend some sorcery points, and I will quicken spell. So I'll use 2 points to cast Mage Armor as a bonus action to just up my AC because it's not good. So she waves her wand, and you watch light blue, ethereal light just sort of surround her.
Okay, I will allow it because that sounds awesome. I was going to say that you could have cast Mage Armor before this all started, and I would have also allowed that, but yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, no, that sounds lovely. It's like, bah! And you hear the monks behind them, ah! This vile, demonic. Grrr!
I'm like, am I on a mission with a freaking witch? Okay. No, I am using my action to dash.
Nice.
I don't have the only bonus action spell I have is Mass Healing Words, and I don't think we currently need a Mass Healing Words.
No.
So
You hear
no one else is
You hear-
close.
you hear the abbot shouting out behind you. They are slow. I mean, the monks are just rushing ahead of the abbot. The abbot is slowing down a little bit, being an old man as he is. But you do hear, "Oh Jesus, really smite these bastards!" And he will cast Guiding Bolt at the Abessa this time. So, the sort of lightning bolt comes down from the heavens as he calls upon Zeus. No, wait. Diggity diggity.
That's to hit.
That is going to be a. Oh my good. Wow. Right. This is my
Gonna hit.
normal rolling. It's going to be a 5, I think. Yeah, it's a natural 1 anyway. It's it's this holy light just go and almost smacks into one of the monks. It's like, why hast thou forsaken me, Jesus?
Jesus is on my side today. Literally.
DM,
Mhm.
seeing as that's the first spell I've properly cast, would
Uh-huh.
you like
Oh, yes,
to
yes,
roll
yes.
on the
Yes.
wild magic table?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Thank you for
Okay,
reminding me.
let's see what happens. Okay, that's 71.
Mhm.
So, let's scroll down this list. I gain resistance to all damage for the next minute.
Oh, excellent.
So I'll take
That's
that.
useful. That's useful.
I'm double buffed for the next minute.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll have to let me know when that wears off.
Well, in about 1 minute, I suppose.
Well, yeah.
But no, exactly. But it's gonna be 10, right? Boom, 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 boom. Right. So yeah, it's all fairly ad hoc what we're doing right now, but I think it works out. Marie Curie. Well, I suppose you guys are all being carried. So whilst Frankenstein's monster's just running down this hill, what is Mozart and Marie Curie doing?
Do we want to assist our friends? Can we assist them at all? Or do we want to just get in there, start finding this book? What do you think, Mozart?
Ooh, good question. I think we should help our friends, and then we can hopefully find the book together once we've dealt with these monks with martial art abilities.
Hey, we need to do some yeeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree.
Let's go over. Let's start yeeting.
All right. So you are making your way towards the sort of the running group of monks, the abbot, or are you dealing with the two chasing you?
What do we think?
I think
Around.
maybe just barge into the door. Like now is the time we can finally yeet a door.
I
Well,
agree.
Sorry, just to put it this way, the two guys who went ahead of you, they are just about nearing the church now. You guys
Okay.
are a little bit further back. There's a clump of monks between you and the church.
Hey, let's yeet the monks.
All right.
I would like to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter at the
Yes.
closest one.
They're probably the one chasing you then, as they are literally on your heels.
Yeah, to try to deal with that one in case they trip
Okay.
us up. So that's a Wisdom 13 saving throw.
Oh, I don't think that is. Funny. Just a stone-faced monk. That's a 19.
Deadly.
He is not amused.
He's not amused.
You said there's a group of 4 kind of between us and the church.
Yes.
Alright,
There's also
Marie-
an abbot closer than the 4 of them, but yeah.
I'm not worried about him. I want a group. So Marie is going to reach in one of her many lab coat pockets and pull out just a little handful of radium and throw it, and somehow magically it tries to like land on them and make them glow. So I'm casting fairy fire on the 4 monks that are in a group. So we need dexterity saves.
Okay.
Well, they're all
Martial arts
still,
monks.
aren't they all still hypnotic patterns? So they'll.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
a good
yeah,
point.
those-
Yeah, there's only
should
2
just
of them
fail that,
chasing.
yeah.
There's 3 of them doing the hypnotic pattern thing. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I am terrible. Yeah, there's 3 of them just going.
So I
They
think
are
they're just- now
incapacitated
they're also
and has a speed of
glowing.
0. So yeah, so they're
Yeah.
all just glowing now as well.
Tripping
And they're
balls.
all. Yeah, one of them passed, but I'm gonna say that's the one who's running to make things easier for myself.
Okay.
Anything else? Frankenstein?
We
Do you-
within 15. Am I within 15 feet of the church yet?
I can say so.
Cool.
I want to do some yeeting. I want to yeet
Yep.
things. Let me
Frankenstein
yeet.
first.
Like just is maybe Frankenstein's monster would just gently kind of launch Mozart and Mary forwards a bit so that they can carry on running without him. It's just gonna kind of like drop us. We're gonna do like a tuck and roll and then keep going.
Parkour.
And then you parkour it, yeah. And then he's gonna spin around to the people chasing us. There's still people chasing us.
Yep, there's two of them behind you. Yep.
And then I'm just gonna like smash them.
Cool.
Smash-
So are you raging and smashing?
Yeah. What can I?
Being a barbarian, you should say yes to that question.
Yeah. Okay. Rage and smash. What do I do?
Yeah.
So to hit a creature, you're going to roll your d20,
Uh huh.
and then you should have. Do you have a weapon?
Yeah. You have
Have
a great
jump-
axe called Raging Fury.
I have a great axe called Raging Fury.
Okay, so that'll have a bonus to hit, but I don't have your character sheet, so I can't see that.
Yeah. You have a +7 to hit.
There you go.
Okay.
And you
I
get
think
to make 2 attacks.
I think
Yes.
I've yeeted them into the next life because I rolled a 20.
Oh yes, a crit. Okay, so you're going to roll double the amount of damage dice that you would normally roll.
Okay. So which one's the damage dice?
Yeah, who knows what's the damage die for the crit?
12.
Yeah.
12.
There
Okay.
you
So,
It looks the one that looks like a D20 but has
A 12 on
5 on the side instead of.
I've got rolled a 4, and then I'm going to roll again, I guess.
Yep.
And a
Yep.
7.
Okay, and then there will be a plus of your strength to that.
6. I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
So,
strength is 4.
So yeah, add 4 on that as well.
Okay.
So-
Someone do maths.
15.
15.
Did I yeet
Plus
them
ra-
into?
plus Raging, so it's another 2 to that.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
That was 1 attack, yeah?
Yeah.
So do that again. Was that
So-
a natural 20 as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a crit, yeah.
Oh, good lord. So yeah, double that. You guys who are doing maths. Double that damage, and then tell me how you murdered this monk.
I mean, maybe Frankenstein just ripped him limb from limb. I feel like that's the kind of energy he brings.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Could
okay.
we maybe?
Hey, you're
Okay.
you're 120 feet of running for your life. You can't see that happening. You have no idea. For you,
I don't know
everything's
what's
good.
going on, but it's like
Everything's happy.
Would
Don't
it be
worry
fair
about
to
it.
say that as this other monk who's going to like show his friend how you actually do it, as he throws himself up into the air, his foot heading towards Frankenstein's monster's face, Frankenstein monster just grabs him, goes
Yeah.
and tears him apart like an accordion.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a
How
lovely
horrible.
bone-curdling scream. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gets a
Right.
second
You have
attack
one more
if you wanna-
attack.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
What have
very
I got left to do?
So you can do
You
the
get the
same
other
thing
guy.
again. Yeah.
Okay.
So you roll your d20 and plus your 7 to that to try and hit the other guy.
Okay, so that's a 21 in total.
Sweet.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
So then you're going to roll 1d12 plus 4 for your damage.
So that's a 13 in total.
And then +2 because you're rage.
Oh yeah, then plus 2 for the rage.
Did I yeet him into
So
unaliveness?
it's a 15.
15 points of damage? No, this one is still alive, just about. As your heavy fist just go,
Yeah.
and he sits down. He's just like, okay, right, okay. Whoa, okay. It's like most of his teeth are now just spread in front of him like runes.
His face is a little bit more concave.
Oh, we could read those teeth and find out what's in his future.
Except you're
World of
150
pain.
feet away.
He's gonna jump back to his feet though, and he's not gonna have any of this. Just running up and then he's going brrr, punching you in the belly, or punching Frankenstein's monster in the belly. That is going to be a 14 and a 16, which I believe is one hit. Oh, that's two hits.
You would look at your AC. Okay.
Yeah, I have a AC of 13, so that's going to be 2 hits. Now, the issue is, of course, that you are raging, so all this damage is going to be halved, because you don't care about his puny fists.
You're so angry, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's going to do 7 points of damage to you, punching you in belly. That's
Great.
going to be divided by 2, so it's going to be 3 points of damage. He might as well just have sneezed blood on you.
Like a tickle, like a little tickle.
I don't feel the need to heal you if you've got less than 10 points of damage, just so you know.
Right, we're going to leave this just horrific scene of violence. Which in the... I want to say warlock, but you're not even a warlock.
No, cleric.
Which in cleric? You guys are at the church. There's to your right, there's a church. To your left, there's the chapel.
Which one are we going for first? Which one do you want to go
Wolf-
to first?
Do I have any idea which one?
Roll religion or history.
Okay, cool. I feel like history because I have a +7 for that. If that's okay with everybody. So
Yeah,
that's gonna
fine.
be
That's fine by me.
22.
92. You know that the shrine of Saint Cuthbert was inside the church of Saint
The
Cuthbert.
church, I say,
You're right.
and as we enter the church, at the entrance to the church, I am going to cast Spiritual Guardians.
Nice.
As my so I am good aligned, and obviously I'm a cleric, so these are going to be angelic beings that will appear in a 15-foot radius around the entrance to this church. Obviously, I'm going to make my party members immune to their damage. If anyone else comes, anyone who is not in my party, so the witch, Frankenstein's monster, and Mary Curie, Mozart, and I've forgotten who the other one is. Myself, we're all going to be immune. The
I
priest,
thought you were saying the people that
Abbott,
were going to
everyone
get
else.
hurt.
Yeah.
If if they walk into this 15-foot radius, they need to make a wisdom saving throw. The DC is 15. If they fail, they will take 3d8 radiant damage. If they succeed, that damage is halved.
So as you guys are just barging away into the church and you're casting this, you hear one of the monks, or the monk who's following the abbot's like, "Father, are they out religioning us?"
Yes,
yes.
Father,
I've summoned literal angels to
Father,
God.
can you summon angels?
Can you call angels?
They're not angels. They are demons sent to trick us. This is another test by God. Don't worry.
I was
You
clearly
shall have the
praying
flesh.
to the Holy Trinity, the Father,
Yeah.
the Ghost, and the Son while casting this. I am very out religioning them. I am 100%.
As we push through the door and you make your prayer to pull out the spiritual guardians, and as the abbot's like, "No, it's a test," I'm gonna flick my wand, which is a wand of magic missiles, and fire off 3 darts that will hit him because magic missile always hits.
Oh, nice. Roll damage.
So he will take
feel like God is protecting me more than you.
3, 5, and 2. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage. As 3 darts just smash into him.
Ow.
I really feel like we should write some sort of short story about the abbess and the witch now.
It's a great comic book in making. Now, Dave, God, why must you test me? He says, as these
Yep.
leaving big charred chunks of flesh visible through his smoldering priestly raiments.
Good.
Now, I believe that the monks who are just tripping out, they are rolling saves. For the sake of expediency, they're going to fail them because they are just loving it. This music they're hearing, these lights, life is good. Now,
it's a raid in the 700s.
They're glowing, they're living their best lives.
Yep. The priest and his kind of now sidekick, who's fanning the flames on his raiment, they are a little bit more perturbed because how are they going to go past angels? The priest is going to go, "Fear not, son. God will protect me." And he will step forward first.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm
sorry, I'm being
I can't
really
wait for
mean.
angels to kill the abbot. That's
No,
That's
that's 22.
His damage is half, so half
Yeah.
of 19 is
that'd be 10.
10 points of radiant damage to the abbot from these angels.
Oh, God.
So I just killed the abbot
Literally.
with my angels.
He,
Let me go.
as he kind of he's just like da 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 da. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. He opens the doors and his clothes just go. And
Wait, so
falls.
he steps
falls
into a
down.
church and lights on fire.
He falls down to his knees, crawling forward towards you. His flesh is seared.
Oh my days.
End his turn.
No, he's gonna.
He's got 1 action left.
He's gonna remember that I can cast Spirit Guardians. He forgot about that. However, he's gonna.
I can call angels.
He's having a holy death. It's important
Yeah.
to him.
He's a
he's
terrible
gonna-
abbot. If anything,
he's
we're
gonna-
doing the world a favour.
Yeah, he's gonna fire one last guiding bolt at the witch who shot him in the face.
So
That
hit me
is
and
going to
hit
be
me.
a 12 to hit.
That is going to glance off my mage armor.
Oh yeah, and you're also immune to damage. Yes, of course he doesn't know that, but even so, God, in this moment of
She
trial
just
and tribulation,
Deflects it with her wand. and it like glances off and bounces away.
The
She's
monk,
like, "We're pagans in here, bitch."
the monk is gonna look kind of like Father. He's gonna dart forward, grab hold of the abbot's legs to try to pull him back to safety. He rolls a 9 for his wisdom saving throw, which I imagine is going to be full radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you want me to roll it again, or do you just want to take 19 damage?
I can just take 19 damage if you want.
Oh.
Don't really mind.
Otherwise, I'm
number.
just going to roll again and see if I do better.
I mean, yeah, you can if you want. Up to you. I don't mind. But let's say it takes 19 points of damage because, again, the same thing happens. He's walked past the angels and like, oh, Father! He grabs hold of his legs and then suddenly his clothes is immolated in holy flame. And as he struggles to pull the Father back, the Father is going to take another 19 points of damage because, again, it's just going to pull him out of the zone. And this monk on fire is going to go, Father! And then he's going to pull back holding 2 severed feet in his hands as the rest of the priest is now just cinders.
Oh God!
Literally.
You know that whole "who's out religioning who" argument?
Mhm.
Feel like, did I win?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you won. I think you won that one.
Does Frankenstein's monster turn up also holding some feet? Like,
Yeah. So
If you want to, the monk that who was like trying to punch him in the stomach, he's going to sit back down again. He's going to be like, okay, so you currently have, there are around you, as I said, it's a big compound. There are some monks kind of slowly moving towards your position, bit confused. However, the 3 monks dancing, they're no longer a threat. The monk sitting down, just rethinking his life decisions, no threat. The abbot, Ash. What would you guys like to do?
I think we need to go and find this book.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's all go find the book.
yeah, once everyone's through the door, I will close them and I will tell Frankenstein's monster to guard the door. I will tell him to hold the door.
Oh.
Hold the door. All right, beautiful.
Marie, as she walks away from that monk that sat down, she's gonna pat him on the shoulder and say, seek science. Science can be your religion now. It's much more powerful. And then she'll just walk off.
Okay.
We're really
Actually,
doing
roll.
this.
Do a quick persuasion roll.
Okay.
As everyone else rolls investigation to see if they can find where this bloody book is.
As if you completely change this man's worldviews.
That was a nat 20 for a 19 total.
And
Very
that young
compelling
monk
argument.
is going to grow up to be Saint Augustus of, I can't remember whose name is, whatever. I don't know.
Was
The Catholic faith get a lot of bad rep, but the monks of this era are the ones who carry on science. So yeah, you've made the world a little bit better.
Well done, Mary.
Well
I
done.
got a 13 for
We
my
just killed a man.
investigation.
I got a 19 for investigation.
I got 3.
I rolled a
So-
nat 20 plus 4, so.
Oh, nice.
Sick.
All right,
investigating,
so
like,
you all everyone else is rifling through books, like kind of, is it this one? This one? They're all hymn books. They're all just, I mean, it's clearly not that. I mean, however, Mozart, you, as an appreciator of beauty, you see this like tapestry on the wall, and it's remarkable. Just the color, the form, the shape. You see, it's depicting scenes of the life of Saint Cuthbert up to his death. The final panel being him being laid to rest, holding a crucifix and a book.
Oh, we're gonna have to go and dig up. We are gonna have to go to the graveyard and
Oh.
dig him up.
you were just
I mean-
there.
You say that. You are right next to the shrine of Saint Cuthbert, where Saint Cuthbert is buried.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so it's just a light grave robbery.
Can I get digging?
just-
Can I get digging? Please. Please.
Yeah. How? I mean, it's basically so the shrine of it's a small church. There's at the other end though. There's the shrine of Saint Cuthbert, which is this beautiful sort of marble sarcophagus. How are you opening it?
Oh, we just
Yeet.
got to push it open, right?
Smash!
You're gonna
Alright.
break it.
Please don't desecrate the church.
Yep, it's happening.
Are you seeing tools?
Marie can summon you some smith's tools. That's probably got a hammer if you want.
Yeah, that'll help. That'll definitely help.
So,
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
try
she'll
that.
She'll use her tinkering to transform her alchemist or her thieves' tools into smith's tools. Because magic.
Or I will. I could say that. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much, but the woodworking tools that you found earlier would probably work as smith tools.
Oh, okay.
I can also mold earth. I don't know if that's gonna help us at all.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. However, it means proficiency bonus when rolling athletics to move this lid.
Okay.
Unless,
a
of course, you
hand-
want to smash it with your fists.
Well, I hand Frankenstein a
I'm
big
opposed
smithing
to
hammer.
smashing the. I feel like we shouldn't desecrate the church anymore. In fact, can I go? Like, I'm assuming there's some sort of altar in this church.
Sure. Anyway, with the smashing, am I rolling athletics? What am I doing?
I'm
Yes.
gonna have to re-sanctify
Yeah.
this church, aren't I?
If people want to help, then they are allowed to do so.
Marie will
Sanctify
help.
This church while
Yeah, I was
they're
gonna say I don't have
destroying.
good strength.
Uh,
My strength's pretty poor.
I got an 11 on the athletics.
11 plus.
But you
think.
have
I want to say
inspiration.
You have plus 8, so that's a 19 in total.
That's pretty good.
You are. It is pretty good, but it is a heavy
Not good
marble
enough.
sarcophagus.
Marie will help.
So,
Yay!
I have
It's
someone.
old-
If you
old
helping,
lady.
then you can roll again. You're doing with advantage.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay, that's an 11 again.
Okay,
it's
then.
19 again.
Did you say you have an inspiration?
Oh,
Oh
Is
yeah,
it
I think
Frankenstein's monster I gave
Frankenstein.
bardic
Yeah,
inspiration?
you have
to?
a bardic
Oh, yeah,
inspiration
it
if you
was.
want to use it.
yeah. How do I do that?
Roll an
Okay.
extra
Roll.
d6.
An extra d6.
Or is
I
it
believe.
D8?
Is
Add
it-
that on.
I will
D8.
check with Mozart. D8. Ooh.
Oh, d8.
We're level 5.
That's the diamond-shaped
Mhm.
one.
You also have
it's a
moat
6.
potential.
Ooh.
Sounds like that's good enough.
Well, you needed 25, and you've
Oh.
just hit 25. So, remembering that beautiful, beautiful music in your head, you use the last of your strength to like go,
Yeah.
and it comes crashing down, revealing another coffin inside. This one made of wood, covered
Yeah.
in intricate runes and beautiful, beautiful wood carvings.
So
Well,
I have
that one will be
Oh.
easier to open.
Yeah,
Can
I
I
think.
look for traps?
You
Like,
could
are these
roll
magical
investigation,
traps?
see if there are traps, or roll for Arcana, see if there's any like
I'll do Arcana.
holy curses.
I'll do investigation.
Oh my god, my rolls are so bad now.
7.
13.
I got 26 for the investigation.
Beautiful. This place is not trapped, or like it's not trapped at all. So that is good. With a 13 Arcana check, you have that kind of good news, bad news thing. That the magic was in the sarcophagus, and it just appears to have already been broken. So,
Oh,
yay!
okay. Okay, I'm just not going to say anything. I'm sure. Oh!
Yeah,
I
Marie
feel like
gives
I'm
a
gonna have
thumbs
to
up too.
re-sanctify this church at some
I
point.
mean, when you gotta yeet, you gotta yeet.
You just got to do
Mhm.
it, yeah. I got a
Can
job
I
to
go
do.
to the? I'm gonna sigh exasperately, and I'm gonna go to the altar of this church, and I'm gonna light some candles, and I've got a vial of holy water, and I'm gonna
Start
re-sanctify
praying. Yeah.
Beautiful.
the church.
Right, let's get this book.
Right. Are you
Crack it
opening?
Yeah, rip it
Okay.
open.
I thought
Okay,
we had
you-
someone with these stalls. Could someone like open it gently? Like,
Yeah, it doesn't seem like this needs yeeting. Who's gonna prize?
I have daggers. I'll stick some daggers underneath and pop the lid.
I
Okay.
thought a scientifically minded person had thieves' doors.
Oh yeah.
Thank
Who
you.
wants
So-
to go on?
Yeah,
You
we'll
just
open it.
pop the lid as you would do with the coffin.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm not speaking from experience.
Are you sure? Can you prove it?
What's in
And
there?
inside, you see you're face to face with a very surprised, slightly bearded, curly-haired man, and he's looking up at you. And go, what is this?
Wait,
Is
he's
it a
alive?
test?
He's alive?
You're
Is he
alive.
He's a monster?
Are you the monsters?
Where's the book?
He's cradling a book and a crucifix.
Okay.
Like, pinch it.
I'm
You-
gonna cross myself.
He looks at you turn by turn. He can't see Wolfhilda because she's praying. Yeah, he's just going to be free. Go,
Yeah,
who are
yeah.
you?
You can't see me. I'm
You're off praying.
off by the altar on the other side of the church. You
Does
can't
he
see me.
look dead? Does he look undead at all, or
He looks very healthy.
what?
I mean, surprisingly healthy for a man who
Who
by
should be
your
dead?
estimation, has been buried for 100 years.
So should we do some light introductions? Hi, I'm Mary Shelley. This is my son, Frankenstein's monster. I'm here with my colleagues who would like to introduce themselves.
Yes,
Mozart
Dr.
from
Marie
Salzburg.
Curie. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Hi.
Mozart.
Oh, yes, Mozart from Salzburg and Marie.
This is you are.
Have I noticed?
You can probably hear us talking to him at this point.
This is incredible. The curse is lifted. I am free.
Yay!
Wait, what?
There's a curse?
There's a question mark at the end of that. As in, the curse is lifted.
Can we
Question
see the
mark.
book?
I am free. Question mark.
What? Yes.
Yes, we burnt the thing! The thing we burnt! Cursedy
Yes.
thing!
We brought in all of the pagan gods to undo the awfulness of the Christians.
Silence, heathen.
What? What?
It will be completely broken if you hand us the book, though. Of course, that's the final step.
The should be dead saint sits up. He looks around. He looks around. Sister? At Wolfhilda.
I turn around and gasp.
Are you the one in charge of the exorcism?
I am now. I look like, what the fuck? I look at the others like.
Ariette's like,
Yeah.
yes, just nodding.
Sure.
I am free. The island is safe. The curse is lifted. Hurrah!
Yay!
Ah!
How can I
I
repay you, fellow travelers?
With the book.
Book, please. Book,
Book?
please.
My gospel? I spent a long time writing it. I needed something to read whilst I was in there, whilst my colleagues were working on the cure. You can have it. I am done with it. I have read it many times.
I feel like we've missed a very important plot point somewhere. Yes, you're fine. Thanks.
I must tell my colleague, the abbot, that
who
his research.
who we never spoke to, we just murdered.
Yeah. The abbot is
Busy?
he's busy right now, blessing
Right.
children and whatnot.
The monster just holds up the feet and grins.
Oh no.
Wolfhild, you are the one with the highest passive perception, I believe, yes?
Yes.
Beautiful. Could you roll a perception check for me? And Marie Curie, could you roll a perception check for me, please?
Okay.
Could someone possibly yeah, I'm gonna have to. Okay, so that's gonna be an 18.
I got
Okay.
a 4.
And a 4. Beautiful. Right, so she notices before anyone else, or she is the only one to really notice. The man's shadow is not really behaving the way a shadow should, in that you see it leave where it was attached to his feet and just walk off,
I'm gonna
leaving
cast
the poor
Guiding
man
Bolt.
without the shadow.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the shadow. So at second level, I believe
Okay.
I saw. Yeah, using my last second level spell slot. That is going to be 14 to hit.
Oh. 14's gonna hit.
Cool. Please take 14 points of damage. Radiant.
15 points.
Yeah, radiant
Ooh.
damage. If that is thing, and the shadow is now glowing.
I just
Glorious.
Wolfhilda, you like to cast spells before we ask questions. Can we?
His shadow is walking off. I don't think the curse has been lifted. And I will point at the now glowing shadow.
Right, so normally I would say roll initiative at this stage. However, our time is nearing an end. And so we're going to enter into a bit of a cutscene. As the bolt strikes the shadow, it just glitters. As you say, it shines, it grows, it expands, it takes shape and it takes form, and it grows a bit more. And out of this sort of darkness, flames start spreading all around. As the shadow just turns and it sort of sheds the darkness, leaving behind this sort of pox-ridden, putrid, thick skin. This demonic creature, horned demonic creature, just stands there laughing at you.
Oh, lads.
St. Cuthbert turns around and goes, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, I told them not to do that. No one ever listens to me.
And so, Belazum of the Great Depths will kill you all unless you run.
Well, Arietti will try and team up with him as a witch, seeing some demonic occultish power in front of her. She will get down on hands and knees and pray to this immense power and see if that saves her life. But if it doesn't, then I think she might be dead.
Frankenstein picks up Mary Shelley and books it out of there.
I will send one last prayer to my god and then run.
I will say, at the same time, what's going to happen as the flame starts spreading at one end of the church, the monk who had saved this poor abbot earlier, he will come rushing in, brandishing a saxa in one hand and a torch in the other hand, and go, "Die, heathens!" And he will rush towards you and just get immolated by the guardian things, spreading flame all over the front of the church as well.
Great.
Marie will make eye contact with Mozart and give a slight nod, as in like drink that potion now, and then she'll run for the door, her skin glowing green as she runs through fire and absorbs some of the flames as she runs.
Knocks back the potion, hoping for a miracle at this point.
Roll a d6.
Oh, wait, I have a thing. I have a cleric thing. Hey,
Roll your d6, Mozart. Do it.
See what you
Alright.
got.
I got
You're drinking my experimental elixir.
a 1.
A 1. You just gained you're not missing health, but you will gain 2d4 plus 4 health.
Oh.
I mean, if you want, the demon is going to exhale a massive spreading gout of just darkness and soot, which is going to hurt all of you. However, as I said, as we are unfortunately reaching our time here, we could either put a pin in this, continue as a group and keep on playing, or we can narrate as you get the hell off this island. Flames just spreading from the church, soon just enveloping this entire island, and the Norse traders who've been waiting by the longship is going to go, we're going to get blamed for that, aren't we?
Probably. That's how they get blamed for that.
Well, I'll tell you what. I am going to call a halt right there with the Vikings looking up at the flames, going, no, we're definitely getting blamed for that, aren't we, Björn? You guys, however, are still within the church. There's a demon in front of you. There's fire behind you. You have the book in your hands. And the rest will be next time.
Hanger.
Thanks,
Amazing.
Toby.
Yeah,
Thank you for playing.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
That was
They only
super
have-
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
I think we probably should have spoken to that abbot before somebody set him on fire.
I didn't set him on fire! He ran through my angels! They set him on fire! I was trying to make the church safe when we worked out what was going on. I told you not to desecrate the church or break the sarcophagus. You didn't listen to me.
It's all semantics now. It's all happened at this point. There's nothing we can
Semantics.
do. Yeah.
I do kind of feel like we should write some sort of collab story about the abbess and the witch.
I guess,
Guys,
last words, I guess, this has been a super fun experience for my first ever D&D. Thank you so much for inviting me to be part of it. For anyone watching, we would love donations. We're gonna need them to fight that demon, but also to fight ableism, because that's the real demon here. Yeah, so I guess from Mary Shelley and Frankenstein's monster, goodbye.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks
for
for
having me, guys.
listening.
This has been so much fun. It's been a pleasure playing with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, as well as for the audience. Please do donate. It is a cause I personally care a lot about. As a DM, I think that the more people who can play, the better, because that means that more people will turn up to sessions.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, and I would love it if the team could talk me through how to host more, and then we can do it on my channel as well, which I would love.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Thank you all very much, and thank you all for playing.
Thanks.
Thanks for
Bye.
watching, everyone.
Bye.